guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bunch of looks with Miss Tati Westbrook's beautiful palette right here. I promised you guys I would do a 5 looks 1 palette with it, and I'm not doing that, I'm doing more. So this is basically 10 different looks. I did 5 morning looks that I turned into 5 nighttime looks, and I really hope that you guys liked the video. I wanted to give you guys options that didn't necessarily have the glitters and options with the glitters, so I kind of incorporated the glitters as a transition into a nighttime look. I also shifted the looks a little bit with another few different touches. I'm so excited for you guys to see all of the different looks that I did. I really hope that you guys like this video. Don't forget to like the video if you like it. Please subscribe to my channel before you leave. It means the world to me when you guys subscribe, and that way you can keep up with the content and see the other videos that I am doing. And if you have any questions, comments, anything you want to tell me, leave it in the comment section below. We have a lot of looks to do, so let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's get started with the first look. My eye is already primed and we are just going to go ahead and get started with some colors. The first color I'm grabbing is Matte Aura, and I'm putting it right underneath my brow with this big packing brush. I'm going in a second time and just packing it right underneath my brow and just kind of all the way to the crease of the eye. This shade's also going to work as a base, so when we put the transition colors, everything blends out smoothly. Then with the color Matte Soothe, we're going to start blending on the crease, and the brush I'm using is a Sigma blending brush. This one is the E40, and I'm just back and forth doing windshield wiper motions with the E40 brush. I'm holding my brush all the way at the end right here so that I don't put too much pressure and things blend out nicer. I'm doing a second layer of that color and a third one too. I also like to just go back and forth on like specific sides just to make sure things are blending out nicely. With the Sigma E25 and the color Matte Ritual, we're going to start deepening up the outer corner of the eyelid. So I'm just tapping Matte Ritual right here on the outer corner, and then I'm just going to start blending it into the crease with the tip of that same brush. Then with that same E25, I'm just going to do some windshield wiper motions on my crease just to make sure that everything blends out nicely. I'm going to go ahead and spray a brush with some setting spray, and I just dipped it in the color Sequin Soothe, and I'm just going to start tapping it right here on the center of my eyelid. The brush I'm using is a Sephora Collection number 13 brush. A bunch of you left me comments on the review video of this palette telling me that for the sequin colors it was best to wet the brush with some setting spray so you could get some sparkle. So this is what it looks like, and that is a really nice, very subtle sparkle to the eye. So I'm going to put that same brush in the color Metallic Soothe. Oh crap, I think I grabbed a lot of it. And I'm going to put it on the inner part of my eyelid and blend it into that center color. In the place of my eye where the colors meet, I'm just tapping it with that same brush to create a smooth transition. Back with my E27 and the color Matte Ritual, I'm just intensifying the outer corner color a little bit. I went back with the wet brush and the color Sequin Soothe, and I'm tapping it right here because I felt like I had a bit of an edge. Okay, and this is what the top of our daytime eye looks like. I'm going to come back with the rest of my makeup on and we're going to finish it up. Alright, I did some face makeup and I am back to finish up the under eyes. I'm grabbing the color Matte Soothe on an M506 brush from Morphe, and I'm running it right underneath my eyes. And then with my E36 and Matte Ritual, we're going to deepen up really close to the lower lash line. Lastly, with the color Metallic Soothe and my number 18 brush from Sephora Collection, we're going to do the inner corner, and I'm going to layer a little bit of Metallic Aura over top to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, so this is the daytime version of look number 1 with no mascara. I'm going to be right back with mascara on to show you guys the final daytime version, and then we'll move on to the evening look. Okay, I am back. Mascara is on. This is the daytime version of look number 1. I cannot wait to convert this into something else for a nighttime look, especially with all these glitters that this palette has. but this right here is just a work appropriate, school appropriate, just daytime look. I just put some mascara on. I don't have any eyeliner or anything, just a nice natural golden look. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn look number 1 into a nighttime look. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the color Matte Memory on my E25 from Sigma, and I'm going to go ahead and pat it right here on the outer corner of my eye. And with the tip of that brush, I'm going to start blending it a little bit into the crease. Just very, very light pressure. And just tap it on the outer corner. I only dipped my brush in that powder once. And look at how much intensity we have already. With my E40 brush, I'm just going to diffuse any edges on this upper side of our crease area. And with my E36, I'm going to put some more of that matte black right underneath my lower lash line. And I'm just blending it all with my E40. Next, I'm going to grab my pinky because I don't have a nail on this finger. I need to do my nails so bad. But anyways, with my pinky and that glitter in Soothe, I'm just going to go ahead and press that glitter on my eyelid, and I'm tapping it, tapping it, tapping it on. Lastly, I'm grabbing a black eyeliner, and I'm going to put that black eyeliner in my waterline. Okay, so this is what I have so far. The last step for this evening / night look is going to be some lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and put those lashes on, and I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. Okay guys, so I am back, lashes on, and this is the nighttime version of look number 1. Let's get started with the second look, and I'm going to start with the color Matte Aura, just like we did with the first one. And I'm just going to put it right here underneath the brow as our brow bone highlight, and a little bit further down towards the crease just to help things blend along later on. This big brush I'm using is the number 12 by Sephora collection. The next step is with the E40. One more time, we're going to start blending colors into the crease of our eye. And I'm putting very little pressure on the brush once again. This is going to be a very, very light look, so we're not going to deepen it up a lot, particularly for the daytime. I got a little bit of Matte Soothe, and I'm putting it on the outer corner of the eye, and then just blending it in some more. Okay, so now that we have this light layer of a crease color on, it just kind of looks like if we put bronzer on our crease. I'm going to wet my number 13 brush by Sephora collection, and I tapped it in the color Sequin Aura, and I'm going to just tap it on my eyelid. Sequin Aura has a really beautiful pink sparkle to it, and I'm just tapping it all over the inner like 2/3 of my eyelid. Just tapping, tapping, tapping. I didn't add anything extra to my E25 that had the color Matte Soothe on it, and I'm just reblending that shade over the outer corner of my eye just so that I don't lose the color. Alright, so this is it for the daytime version of this look. As far as above the eye is concerned, I'm going to come back with my makeup on to finish up the under eye. Okay, I'm back from doing some face makeup. Let's go ahead and finish up this very natural eye. I grabbed my Morphe M506 brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and with the color Matte Soothe do my under eye. So I'm just running that color Matte Soothe back and forth underneath my eye. And with that same brush and a little bit of Matte Aura, I'm just going to go ahead and run Matte Aura underneath Matte Soothe. Okay, so this is my daytime version of look number 2 before mascara. I'm going to put some mascara on, and I'll be right back to show you guys the final look. Okay, I was totally lying because I forgot to put my inner corner highlight on, which is Metallic Aura. So with my number 18 brush, I'm just going to go ahead and put some Metallic Aura on. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and put on some mascara. Alright, so I'm back. I put some mascara on, and I also did this color eyeliner right here on the waterline of my eyes. I never mentioned the name of this eyeliner because it's been discontinued, but it's like a purpley shade. I think Urban Decay has really, really nice eyeliners that are this color. So I put that right here on the waterline of my eye. And this is the daytime version of look number 2. So let's go ahead and transform it into a nighttime look. As a first step to turn look number 2 into a night look, I'm going to grab the Morphe M506 brush and the color Matte Poet, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that color right here on our outer corner of our eye, and I'm just blending that color back and forth on the outer corner and into the crease, and I'm taking it all the way in. I haven't dipped back into my product, so what I'm doing right now, a little bit more towards the front, is just with whatever's left on my brush. I haven't gone back to the powder because I don't want it to look more intense. It is going to be a night look, but I still want it to be soft-ish. As my second step, I'm grabbing some more of that color Poet, and I'm going to put it on with a flat brush right underneath my lashes. And the brush I'm using is the M432 by Morphe. Back with the M506, I'm going to blend out any edges. Next, with my pinky finger and the color Glitter Aura, I'm going to go ahead and put that on my eyelid by tapping it in place. This is a little harder because this one does have a nail. Since I can't get close to any edges, I grabbed the Fender Blender by Huda, and with the silicone tip, I'm going to go as close as I can to all of the edges. So this is the nighttime version of look number 2, and I'm going to go ahead and put some lashes on to show you guys the final look. Okay guys, so I'm back, lashes on, and this is the nighttime version of look number 2. Okay, so let's get started with the third look. My first step is going to be to use the color Matte Aura one more time as a base for blending on the crease, and we're putting it all the way to underneath the brow as a highlight shade as well. And then I'm grabbing the color Matte Story on my E40 brush from Sigma, and I'm just doing back and forth motions with a very light pressure to blend out that color. So I'm just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, my brush all the way back here, so that I don't put a lot of pressure on it because I want it to look really nice and diffused. I just recorded this whole look, and I had pressed record and everything, and it just stopped recording, and I didn't notice when it stopped recording. So I just had to wipe my eye off, and here we are again. So just keep blending. Keep blending. I want a very nice sheer layer, and I'm bringing it all the way into this inner part right here. And I feel like because we're blending it on top of the Matte Aura shade, it just kind of gets so blended that it looks kind of like peachy almost, which is really nice. I grabbed the color Sequin Ritual on my 27 brush from Sephora collection, and I'm tapping it on the outer corner of my eye and slightly blending it into that peachy shade on the crease to build up the intensity on this eye look. And I'm going to do the same thing on the inner part with the number 27 brush and the Sequin Ritual shade. I'm just putting it on that inner part of the eye right there. And then with whatever's left on my brush, I'm going to blend those two shades right here on the top of the center of the eye. Okay, so I'm grabbing the color Metallic Soothe with my finger, and I'm going to go ahead and tap it in the center of my eyelid, and I'm just tapping that color on. Okay, so this is what we have so far, and I'm going to grab my 18 brush from Sephora collection and Metallic Aura, and I'm putting it right here in the center of the eye for a little extra dimension. I am grabbing my M506 from Sigma and the colors Matte Ritual and Matte Aura mixed together, and we're going to diffuse that underneath my lower lash line and make sure to blend it right here at the end. Lastly, I'm going to put some more of the color Metallic Aura on the inner corner of my eye and blend it up right here on the crease area. Alright, I'm going to grab an Urban Decay eyeliner in the color Torch, and I'm going to put it right here in my waterline. I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on, and I'll show you guys the final daytime look for look number 3. So I am back with some mascara on, and this is look number 3 for daytime. It's a very nice natural-ish halo eye. I love the peachy tone peeking through the crease right there. Okay, so to turn look number 3 into a nighttime look, I'm going to go ahead and mix the colors Story and Memory together like this. And I did that on a Morphe M506 brush. And I'm going to go ahead and just place that mixture right here on the outer corner of my eye. I dip back into both colors and I'm doing a little second round of it. And we're going to just intensify this outer corner shade. So next I grabbed just the color Matte Memory and I'm going to add just a little extra of that to the lowest part of that section we were working on. So not the crease, just on the lower outer side of the eyelid. And I'm just back and forth, very, very light pressure. Okay, I grabbed some more of my mixture of Matte Story and Matte Memory together on the same brush. And I'm going to also intensify the inner part of the eye. I grabbed some more Matte Memory on an M432 brush and I'm putting it right underneath my lower lash line. And then with the same M506, I'm going to blend that out. And then with Glitter Ritual and the tip of my finger, I'm going to just pat that shade on the center of the eyelid. I'm going to grab my Fender blender with a little bit of that and just reach this top edge right here that I haven't been able to reach with my finger. Alright, so this is what it looks like once we've turned it into more of a night look. I'm going to put some lashes on and I'll be right back to show you the final look number 3, night version. Alright, I am back with some lashes on and this is the nighttime version of look number 3. And to wear this at night is totally a suggestion because I can wear this any time of day. I can go to brunch with glittery eyelids, I don't care. Okay, so I'm going to start look number 4 the same way I've started the last few looks, and it's just by just working matte aura all over the upper side of the eye, under the brow, the crease area, all of that. And I'm still using the number 12 brush from Sephora collection. Second step is with the color Matte Soothe. I'm going to start building up the crease of my eye. And I'm using my E40 for this. And I'm just doing windshield wiper motions back and forth with that E40 brush, very light pressure. My next step is going to be get a bit of the color Matte Memory, but I'm going to like, this is Matte Memory right here, this mirror's Matte Memory. This is how I'm going to tap it, like that. See, like just like barely touch it with only one side of my blending brush, just a teeny tiny bit. And I'm going to shake it off too, because I want very little. And I have that side down, it's the side that I'm like putting right there. And I'm going to blend that color right there on the crease of my eye. I'm going to get a little bit more, and I'm going to add a bit more of that shade to my crease. And the reason I'm getting so little is because since this is a daytime look, I don't want that black to look black, I want it to look gray. So I'm just blending, 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 because I don't want to see any streaks and I want to see it nice and like just a little darker, but not too much. Okay, so this is my number 13 from Sephora collection, and I have Metallic Memory on it. And I'm going to pat it on my eyelid, and I started very close to my lashes, and then we're going to go up from there, and I'm going to leave it just right here. I'm not going to connect it to the crease area because I'm going to grab the Sequin Memory and I'm going to tap that one around to blend it into my crease area. So this is the color Sequin Memory and the same number 13 brush. I'm just going back with my E40 and I'm going to start to blend around my eyelid to get those colors a little higher on the crease. And I'm just blending, 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 like there's no tomorrow. and just keep blending. Okay, so we have it like this, and it just kind of looks like a gunmetal eyelid, and then it just goes into like a bit of a smoky eye. We'll call this a daytime look just because obviously this is most people's nighttime, but I'm going to make it even more dramatic afterwards, okay? With the M506 and the teeniest, tiniest amount of matte memory, I'm going to blend my under eye. And I'm going to grab the color Matte Soothe to blend it out. And for my inner corner, I'm grabbing Metallic Aura. Okay, so this is kind of my daytime version with the memory row. I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on. Okay, mascara is on, and this right here is the daytime version of look number 4. It's like a little gunmetal-y type, light, smoky eye-ish. I'm really excited about the nighttime version of this look for sure, but for right now, this is the daytime version of it. So the first thing I'm doing to modify look number 4 into a nighttime look is I grabbed the color Matte Story, and with this 27 brush by Sephora collection, I'm adding it to the crease of my eye. I needed a little bit more of it. Then with my M506 from Morphe, I'm grabbing Memory, and I'm going to start intensifying the crease of my eye with the color Memory and my M506 by Morphe. And I'm just blending, blending, blending. I'm going back with a big fluffy brush. This one is the E40 by Sigma. And I'm making sure everything's nice and smooth right here on the crease. I'm dragging it a bit too far down, so I'm just going to add a bit of translucent powder to keep that from happening. Next, glitter Memory on the tip of my finger here, and I'm just going to pat it all over my eyelid. And this is a beautiful glitter, I love it. I am dusting off my powder, and you guys can see how much that helped, see? And once again, I'm going to use my Fender blender for the places I couldn't reach with my finger. I'm grabbing a bit more of matte memory, and I'm going to put it right underneath my lower lash line. And I'm using my M432 for it. And then of course just blending it out. Lastly, I'm going to put a flesh toned eyeliner on my waterline. And then you can always retouch anything like your inner corner shade to make it pop a little more. So this is what look number 4 looks like before lashes. I'm going to put some lashes on, and I'll be right back to show you guys the final look. Lashes on, and this right here is look number 4, nighttime edition. I really like the black sparkly smoky eye. I love it. These lashes are Atlanta Lashes by Lily Lashes. It's like their cheaper version of their lashes, I guess. Okay, so let's get started with the last look, and I'm going to just go ahead and powder underneath my brow with Matte Aura, as I've been doing for every single look this time around. And I'm again using my number 12 brush from Sephora collection. And then with a big fluffy brush, just like the Sigma E40, this one happens to be the number 10 from Sephora collection, I'm going to start putting the color Matte Poet on the crease of my eye. And so I'm doing back and forth windshield wiper motions with a very light hand. Now that I have a sheer layer of Matte Poet on my crease, I'm going to intensify it with a bit of a smaller blending brush. This is the number 27 from Sephora collection, and I'm using that same shade, just a little bit less diffuse, a bit more concentrated. And I started tapping it on the outer corner of the eye, and then started working it into the crease and blending it forward a little bit. And I went in a second time and added a bit more. I'm going to wet my number 15 brush, and with my wet number 15 brush from Sephora collection, I'm going to tap the Sequin Poet on my eyelid, and it makes it a lot darker while it's wet, but you can see the blue sparkles better. You guys suggested that I used it this way on the review video. Okay, and because that intensifies things so much, we have to go back now with Matte Poet and my number 27 brush and just kind of blend things out so that nothing has a harsh edge. And for this inner part right here, what I'll be doing is I grabbed Metallic Poet, and with Metallic Poet I'm going to just diffuse that edge. With my number 18 brush and Metallic Aura, we're going to lighten up that inner part by just blending it into the inner part of the eye right there. For the under eye, I grabbed a flat brush in the color Matte Poet, and this is an M432 by Morphe, and I'm just doing a line right underneath my lower lash line. And with a bit of mixture of Matte Poet and Matte Aura, I'm going to blend that out. I sometimes like to tap my edges with my fingers if I feel like something's a bit harsh. Okay, so this is what I have for look number 5 before mascara. I'll be right back with some mascara on. So I am back, and this right here is the day-ish time version of this look with most of the versions of the color Poet. This is the first look where I see that color sequin kind of like show through, just because it makes a little contrast with the blue sparkles versus the pink. On look number 1, when I did it with the color Aura, we couldn't see it that well. Okay, so to turn this into a nighttime look, of course, we are going to use the glitter. So this is the glitter Aura, and I'm just tapping it on with my fingertips. My next step is to do a black eyeliner in my waterline. This one is from Makeup Forever. And lastly, we're just gonna put some lashes on. Alright, so I am back and the lashes are on, and this is the night version of look number 5. Okay guys, so that is all the looks with this beautiful Tati palette. 5 daytime looks, 5 nighttime looks, 10 looks total. I really hope that you guys like this video. So please give it a thumbs up. Don't leave without giving it a thumbs up, and don't leave without subscribing to my channel so you can get more content like this one and I can inspire you to play with the makeup that you've bought. I wanted to say that the sequin row, because I wanted to give you guys feedback after my first impressions video on it, I could still do without it, to be completely honest with you, because I feel like the moment where I liked it the most throughout this video was with this look before we put the glitter on, because you could see the blue flakes through the matte and it looked nice, but I would have liked it just as much if I had just done that metallic all over my eyelid as well. So I mean, I would have paid the exact same amount I paid for this palette without that entire sequin row. So the fact that it's there is definitely a plus, but I don't love it. Like, it's not something that drives me crazy about this palette, to be honest with you. Other than that, the glitters are my absolute favorite. I find that the mattes blend out nicely and the metallics are just perfect. So like, I don't know what else to say about it. Like I was saying, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and don't forget to leave me any comments in the comment section below. I forgot to say, on my lips I have a mixture of Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and in the middle a teeny tiny bit of MAC Snob so that it would match my eyes a little better. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you liked it. My eyes hurt. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!